More than one monarch's held court here. Justine was accustomed to the opulence of the palace in Wesloria's capital of St. Edis. This looked more like a common room of a public house. It was small and dark, the king and queen's thrones wooden, and the tapestries faded by time and smoke. Another room, Sir Corin pointed out, was where King Maxim had accepted the surrender of the feudal King Igor, thereby uniting all Weslorians under one rule, after generations of strife. "My namesake," her father said proudly, forgetting, perhaps, that King Maxim had slaughtered King Igor's forces to unite them all. They came upon a small inner courtyard. Stone walls rose up on 3 sides of it, but the outer wall was a battlement. Sir Corin pointed to a door at one end of the battlement that led into a keep with narrow windows. "We use it for storage now, but they kept the prisoners there in the old days. Worse than any dungeon your young eyes have ever seen, your Royal Highness." Justine had never seen a dungeon. "Is this not where Lord Rabat was beheaded?" her father asked casually. To Justine he said, "That would have been your great-great-uncle Rabat." "Je, your Majesty, the block is still here." Sir Corin pointed to a large wooden block that stood alone, about 2 feet high and 2 feet wide. It looked to have been weathered by years of sitting in hard sun and wretched winters. "Oh, how terrible," Justine said, crinkling her nose. "Quite," her father agreed, and explained with far too much enthusiasm how a person was made to kneel before the block and lay their neck upon it. "A good executioner could make clean work of it with a single stroke. Whap, and the head would tumble into a basket." "If I may, your Majesty, a good executioner was hard to come by. More miners in these parts than men good with broadswords. Fact is, it took 3 strikes of the sword to sever Rabat's head completely." Sir Corin felt it necessary to demonstrate the 3 strikes with his arm. "Ah!" Justine swallowed down a swell of nausea. 3 whacks," her father repeated, rapt. "Couldn't get it done in one?" Sir Corin shook his head. "Just goes to prove how important it is to keep the broadsword sharp." "And to keep someone close who knows how to wield it," her father added. The 2 men laughed roundly. Justine looked around for some place to sit, so that she could put her head between her legs and gulp some air. Alas, the only place to sit was the block. "Steady there, my girl. I've not told you who ordered the beheading," her father said. Sir Corin clasped his hands together in anticipation, clearly trying to contain his glee. "Your great-great-aunt Queen Elena." Queen Elena had beheaded Lord Rabat. Her husband! Worse, her brother. Justine gasped. "But why?" "Because Rabat meant to behead her first. Whoever survived the battle here would be crowned the sovereign." "Ooh, a bloody battle it was, too," Sir Corin said eagerly. 4,000 souls lost, many of them falling right off the battlement. Justine backed up a step. A quake was beginning somewhere deep inside her, making her a little short of breath. Her knees felt as if they might buckle, and her skin crawled with anxiety, imagining the loss of so many. Could she not have banished him? "And have him slither back like a snake?" Her father draped his arm around her shoulders before she could back up all the way to St. Edis. "She did the right thing. Why, minutes before, she was on the block herself." "Dear God!" Justine whispered. "But at the last minute the people here saved her," her father said. "She sentenced her brother to die immediately for his insurrection, and stood right where we are now to watch his traitorous head roll." "Well," Sir Corin said, "I wouldn't say it rolled precisely." The 2 men laughed again. "Don't close your eyes, darling," her father said, squeezing her into his side. "Look at that block. Elena was only 17 years old."